All right, just give me 1 second while I set us up completely. All right, everyone, welcome to the 187 District Court. You are in a courtroom. I hope everyone has been having a great, I believe this is Tuesday. Let's not turn it into a Monday afternoon. Let's keep it as a Tuesday afternoon. We started late because I had meetings this morning. So these are the rules of the 187 District Court. You're in a courtroom. So anything that you could not do if you were physically in the courtroom, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. If you behave unprofessionally on the Zoom screen, your Tuesday will probably turn into a Monday because you're going to be required to come downtown. And coming downtown in the afternoon is not a good thing because you're going to have to find parking. It's going to be difficult. And if you find parking, it's going to be expensive. So that means no laying in bed, no preparing food, no doing laundry. And if you're at work, you need to find a place that's stationary and you need to remain there. The other thing, I'm going to open up breakout rooms. When I open up breakout rooms, it's going to invite everyone to a breakout room. Do not, I repeat, do not go to a breakout room unless you are specifically called by name and assigned to a breakout room. To all those who are accused or defendants, your attorney is going to want to speak with the state first in the breakout room before they ask for you in the breakout room. So again, do not request to go to a breakout room unless I specifically assign you to a breakout room. If there is a plea bargain agreement, no matter how small that agreement is, you need to put it in the chat box to the court coordinator. She's listed as Ferguson Court Coordinator. I'm going to call the names of the attorneys. This is the order in which you will appear. Defendants and those who are accused, you will not hear your name called. It's your attorney's name. If you don't hear your attorney's name, it is because your attorney is zooming in another courtroom or has to physically appear in another courtroom. So everyone, it's the afternoon. I know people want to move on with the rest of the day, but to put some patience in your pocket, take it out as needed. Andrew Loxon, James Seelaw, James DeWiggins, Fernando Trevino, Jaime Eldape, Scott Hill, Michael Latimer, Kurt Grancy, Jeb Locke, Nefatali Rodriguez, Joanne Ethel, Victoria Cruz, Michael Zamora, Charles Jones, Albert Gutierrez, Robert Guyona, and Rolando Arguelles. I know I'm mispronouncing that.
You got this, Judge. Arguelles.
The double L's get me every time. I don't know what to do with the double L's. All right, is there any attorney's name that I have missed? Okay, attorneys, the prosecutors have the ability to move throughout the breakout rooms. So think of those breakout rooms as going to a doctor's office. When they call you to the back, you're not seeing the doctor. They're just checking your weight and your blood pressure. If you leave that breakout room, the prosecutors will see that that room is empty and they're going to skip over you. So attorneys, when I call your name, I'll need the name of your client and I need to know whether it's criminal trial division or family violence. Andrew Loxon.
My client's Joseph Fabian, Criminal Trial Division.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
James C. Law.
Yes, Your Honor. My client is Deborah Finnemore. She sent her paperwork on PDD on July 1st.
All right, Norma, can you check the PTD on that, please?
Judge, they received it. They're working on it.
All right, what's the recall date?
Judge, they can come back on the 21st.
Please make sure you're on mute.
No.
I'm sorry, what date, Norma?
September 21st, Judge.
All right, we'll see you back on September 21st. You and your client are excused.
September?
Yes.
And Your Honor, if it comes beforehand and you approve it, could I call your court and then not have the hearing?
Yes, if everything is completed and it shows that it's dismissed, we'll let you know, or if it's done before then, just let us know and we'll remove it from the docket.
Okay, I'll call the coordinator in a couple of weeks.
All right, thank you.
May my client and I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Your
Have a
Honor.
great rest of your day. James DeWiggins.
It's Ramon Longoria. It's an MTR. I believe it's CTD.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
Fernando Trevino.
It's a criminal trial division.
What's your client's name?
I'm sorry, Michael Cox.
You say Michael Cox?
Cox. COX.
Yes, that's what I said. I think my accent is getting in the way. Okay.
Sorry.
I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Okay.
Jaime Aldape.
Hello, Judge. Jaime Aldape for Christian Pierre Lewis. It is a CTD and it is a MTR as well.
LEWIS.
LEWIS.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you.
Scott Hill. Please have a seat.
Good morning, Your Honor, or good afternoon, Your Honor. I've got Juan Ramirez. It's a CTD case.
I'll send you to number 6. Michael Latimer.
Hi, everyone. It's a Darlene Garcia, and it's all over the place with family violence, CT, and also MTR.
All right, I don't understand. What did you say?
She's got a cases of family violence and criminal trial division and an MTR on another case.
All right, I'll send you to number 7.
All right, thank you.
Kurt Grancy.
Judge, my client is Nancy Fernandez. I'm Nancy Fernandez Graham. I'm not sure what division it is. It's a interference with child custody.
All right, is it Graham or Grant?
Graham. Like graham cracker.
Okay. I'm going to send you to number 8. You know, it has
Okay.
been a long time since I've had a graham cracker.
Yeah.
Well, that brings back childhood memories. Thank you. But funny enough, I've never had a s'more. Don't hate me. All right. Jeb Locke. Jeb Locke is
Hi,
like,
Judge.
what? No, I've never had a s'more.
You're missing out. My kids love them. Haley Rainey, Raney, a criminal trial division.
And the first name you said is Haley.
Yes, Judge.
All right, I'm sending you to number
H-A-L-E.
9.
Thank you.
Nefertali Rodriguez.
Yes, Judge. It's Elizabeth Gaskin.
It's CTD.
I'm going to send you to number 10.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Joanne Eckel.
Judges 1, Balderas, and it's family violence.
I'm going to send you to number 11.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Victoria Cruz.
Yes, Your Honor. I have Orlando Armas Ramirez. It should be Criminal Trial Division. I've been conferring with Hunter. It's an organized retail theft.
Okay, I'll send you to number 12.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Michael Zamora.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here on a Christian Reyna. I've got 3 cases in your court, but they are all as of yet unindicted.
You say Christian Reyna?
Yes, his SID is 96822.
Oh, no SID needed.
Okay,
And who else do you have?
that's it.
All right, is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial.
All right, I'm sending you number 13. That's a lucky breakout room.
Okay,
Charles Jones. Is that an attorney?
I think that's what.
Oh,
Judge, that's a defendant.
That's a defendant.
all right, thank you. Albert Gutierrez.
Judge, that's a defendant, and I just sent you a chat on that.
All right, Albert Gutierrez.
Christopher Barbosa, Your Honor, CTD.
All right, I'm gonna send you to number 14. It's just as lucky as 13. Robert Guyana.
Hey, Judge, if you could just send me to 13 with Zamora, it's the same defendant.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Rolando Arguello. Yeah.
Yes, Judge. My client's
Arguello.
out of way, yes.
One day I'm gonna shock you.
Yes, Judge, that'll be fine. My client is present with counsel. We submitted the PTD paperwork. We haven't heard a reply yet.
All right,
We
what is your
submitted-
client's name?
Vanessa Rosano.
All right, Norma, could you check on that for me, please?
On, what was the name of the defendant?
Vanessa Rosano.
Thank you.
All right, Lorraine Efron.
Yes, Judge. We are just here to see if Joe Ray Garcia was going to check to see with the detective about whether or not there was a video in his individual possession. We'd already.
What is your client's name?
Miss Edna Villalva. Otherwise,
Vanessa Rosano, you need to turn off your volume. I've turned it off and I've muted you. Stay muted. All right, Edna.
Villalba. And then otherwise, we'll just need a trial setting on it, Judge.
How do you spell the last name?
It's Villalva. I think I'm right.
Oh, I've been told that that is correct.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna send you to a breakout room with Joe Ray.
I mean, he just needs to tell, I mean, I don't think.
No, I mean, they're working their way
Okay.
through the breakout rooms and you're 15.
Okay.
So they're going in order of appearance.
Okay. I think though, we just need to get on the record whether that video, they have it or not, and to get a trial date.
Okay. All right. I'll send you to 15. All right. Loxam, you're back. Andrew Loxam.
Yes, ma'am. My client applied for a pretrial diversion and Hunter didn't know the outcome, so we don't know if Norma might.
All right. Yes. Norma, can you check on Andrew Loxam's client with his PTD as well? Haley Rainey. You need to unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, is it my imagination? Are you laying down or no? Is that some angle?
I'm muted.
Is she laying down or is that an angle?
I think she might be sitting slightly laying down. It's an angle, Judge.
All right. Well, Norma, look at you coming for protection. I appreciate that.
Judge, can I see you in a breakout room really quick?
Yes.
And Judge, I sent you a chat real quick.
All right, thank you. Norma, if you'll go to number 1, please.
You'll have to mute her.
Who do I need to mute?
We'll mute the court. And Judge, I need an invite because I'm not a co-host. And Marcus, if you can join us there, please.
So he's not going to be able to join us.
Oh, sure he will.
All right. All right, everyone, just give me a moment, please. And counsel, you wanted to approach?
Judge, I have an agreement on the bond on this case.
Did you get sorted out, Lewis?
Thank you. Have a good one. Charles Jones. Mr. Jones, if you can unmute.
Thank you, Brenna.
All right,
Okay,
Mr.
I'm
Jones.
here. I'm sorry. Yes,
No
ma'am.
problem. Mr. Jones, we're going to reset your case. Norma, what date do we want to give Mr. Jones?
I'm sorry, Judge, I was on the phone with the jail. I'm sorry, who you're asking about?
Charles Jones, when did you want him to come back?
I can bring him back next week, Judge, on a Monday.
All right, Mr. Jones, we're going to recall your case for Monday, okay? And you'll appear by Zoom.
Okay. What time?
It'll be 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you for coming in. Have a great rest of your day.
You too, thanks.
All right, anyone else ready?
I'm ready, Judge. I just want to see if we found out the PTD status for my client. by
I'm
any
taking
chance.
care of that right now. Give me 1 second, please.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Ferguson.
I was getting updates on it because we was at work. Yeah, they had some.
Judge, can I speak to you for a second in the room?
Just give me 1 moment. Who's the prosecutor we're dealing with?
Marcus?
All right. Just give me 1 second. There's an inmate who's going to be brought back on the screen. And I will-
It's mine.
Yes.
It's my
Mr.
guy.
Weinberg. Yes.
And I
So
wanted to tell you something about him before he came back. That's why.
You want to put it in the chat box?
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry, who's your attorney? All right, and who's your attorney? All right, thank you.
Okay, Judge, on the pretrial diversion statuses, I'm gonna need to give them a 30-day reset.
All right, and which cases are they?
On Vanessa Rosano,
Yes, what
it's
date?
on page 10. We'll give them for September 21st.
All right, we're going to come back on September 21st on Vanessa Rosano.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. You're excused.
Thank you.
And then the next.
Just 1 second. All right, and who's the other person?
Joseph Fabian. He's on page 11.
All right, Joseph Fabian, what day?
Same date, September 21st.
All right, you and your attorney are excused, Mr. Fabian, and we'll see you on September 21st.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Anyone else back from the breakout room?
I'm back, Judge.
All right, Fernando?
I'll let
Yes.
the state speak.
Yeah,
Yes.
Judge, if we can get another reset on this case, it's a case where restitution is a big factor in it, and we need to have more time to verify that and a few other details that have been brought to our attention by defense. So if it's possible to get another reset, we should be closer to the same page by next setting.
All right. How much time are you asking for?
I would say at least 30 days.
All right, Norma, could I have a 30-day reset on Michael Cox?
Same date, Judge, September 21st.
All right, September 21st.
Rena?
And you both are excused. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. Nice seeing you again.
All right, have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? Okay, I'm Haley Rainey. Here's my question. Is that a bed?
Okay, that is a bet.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Yes. Who is your attorney?
Jeb Block.
All right. So here's the thing. Are you laying in a bed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So have you ever seen a bed inside of a courtroom?
No, I'll move. Sorry.
No. Are you in Bexar County?
I'm in Bexar County.
All right. So I will see you in the 187 District Court. It's located at 300 De La Rosa. So get thee to the courthouse, 4th floor.
Right now?
Yes.
I have to register my son to school today.
187 District Court, 4th floor, 300 De La Rosa. I think everyone understood my instructions about whatever you could not do if you were physically in the courtroom, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. And everyone was to be professional. Now, the first time I said, is that a bad angle or is Miss Rainey laying down? That should have been a hint to you.
I didn't.
But now you've gotten in the bed. Beds are not allowed in the courtroom unless it's an exhibit. And if it's been entered into evidence as an exhibit, you won't be laying on it. So again, 187 District Court, 300 De La Rosa. You need to come down. Your
And I
Zoom
can
privileges are revoked.
And I can bring my son.
Your Zoom privileges are revoked. And
No,
this court
can
is
I
not
bring?
allowing- This court is not allowing children inside the courtroom.
Okay, I have no one to watch him.
I don't understand what you want me to do. The instructions were simple. I said
I
everyone wants
can't
to be
just abandon
professional
my
on Zoom.
child.
I need to see you in the 187 District Court.
I can't abandon him. I have no one to watch him.
All right, I'll give you instructions. Anyone else back from the breakout room?
I am, Your Honor, on Darlene Garcia. We have an offer and I'd like to go over it with her, please. She's in custody.
All right, Miss Garcia, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. He's in breakout room number 7. If you'll go to breakout room number 7, please.
Thank you.
And Norma, do you have an ETA on inmate Longoria?
I'll call the jail again, Judge.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. DeWilliams. Are you going to file a motion on that?
I have yet to speak to him because every time I was supposed to, something happens and he never made it to the screen. So other than by rumor, I don't have any personal experience with him.
Okay, then that means that we need to have a conversation with him. Gina Hendricks.
Yes,
You need to
ma'am.
unmute. Yes, what are you eating?
I'm sorry?
What are you eating?
Nothing, ma'am. Hello?
Yes, no. Are you in Bear County?
Yes, I am.
All right, we'll see you in the 187 District Court. It's located at 300 De La Rosa. It's on the 4th floor.
Yes, ma'am. But I'm not eating
All right,
anything.
I'll see you in the 187 District Court, 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome. Joseph Acevedo. You're on mute.
Yes,
You have Miss Regina Hendricks.
correct.
All right, she's going to be appearing in court, but I'll send you to a breakout room to speak with the state.
I'm sorry. Oh, I wrote down September 13th. I'm sorry, Judge. Can you repeat that again?
Oh, she is on her way to the courtroom. So I'm going to send you to breakout room number 16 to confirm with someone from the state.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Just one moment. Hi. Yes, Mr. Barbosa.
I know you had a full docket and we were close to the end of that, but I just wanted to make sure, I needed to talk to my attorney. I don't know exactly,
Well, just give us a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
What I said is that when your attorneys want you in a breakout room, they'll request you. So just give us a moment. Yes, Mr. Locke.
Hi, Judge. I've confirmed with Meredith. I think we have a resolution for dismissal in the case, we just need to provide a small amount of restitution that we may just need like 2 weeks
All right. Well,
to come up with.
2 weeks will be given once your client appears in the 187 District Court.
What happened, Judge?
She was laying in bed.
Okay. When I know she's at home with her 6-year-old, when does she have to be there in the court?
Today.
Okay. All right. Will y'all be there until 5?
Yes, but it shouldn't take her till 5 to get here.
Well, I think she lives in Smithson Valley or somewhere like that. It may take a little bit.
Valley, is that in Bear County? No,
she lives somewhere about 35, 45 minutes out of town, if I remember right.
She told me she was actually in Bear County.
Okay, good.
Yes. So I'll expect her here by 3:30. That gives her an hour.
Okay, Judge.
Right. Thank you. And Norma, what is the ETA on Mr. Roman Longoria?
I just sent you a chat, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Scott Hill.
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
I have conferred with Hunter. I'm missing some discovery, Judge, some videos. So he's gonna request that for me. In fact, I think he already requested it while we were conferring. So.
Okay. Norma, on Ramirez, Ramirez, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
September 21st.
All right, we'll see you back on September 21st. You and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. You too. And Norma, I'm going to put something in the chat box to you. All right, Albert Gutierrez.
Your Honor, conferred with Mr. Sanders. We have signed a discovery acknowledgement. And we were announcing ready for trial.
All right, just give me one moment. All right, the court has signed the document for discovery acknowledgement. He only has one case in this court, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court has never given a plea deadline date. So I'm gonna give you a short plea deadline date, and then on that date, if your client does not want to accept the plea bargain agreement or the plea offer, then what we can do is you all both can confer on a jury trial date.
That's fine. Your
All right. Is 3 weeks enough time for your client to consider the offer, or does he need less time than that?
My guess is less time, Your Honor. But
All right, then Norma, on Mr. Barbosa, is a 2-week reset okay with you, Mr. Gutierrez?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, can I have a 2-week reset, just a plea deadline date on Barbosa, please?
He can come back either on September 1st or the 2nd.
The first is fine, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you back on September 1st then. And that will be your plea deadline date, Mr. Barbosa. What that means is that the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after that date. If you decide to enter a plea after that date, it will have to be a plea that's open to the court. And Mr. Gutierrez, while you were in a breakout room, Mr. Barbosa wanted to speak with you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
And after you all finish speaking, if you could have him come back to the main room, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let me see what breakout room you were in. You were in number 14. So Mr. Barbosa, if you go to 14, your attorney will meet you there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Hello? Yes, sir. No, they're trying to get a hold of me.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout rooms? Rebecca, do you know what is happening with Jaime Aldapi and Christian Lewis?
No.
All right. Let me see. All right, if there's a prosecutor available for number 5, it's criminal trial division, it's Christian Lewis with Jaime Aldapi.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge, on Christian Lewis. We're just waiting for him to come to the jail. Because it shows that he's in custody.
Okay.
I thought Lewis was an attorney. I was like, no.
Joseph Acevedo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, what is happening with your case?
We have a plea offer. Do I have a plea deadline, Your Honor?
Oh, well, once your client arrives, I'll give you a plea deadline date.
Okay.
But how much time are you asking for?
I'm sorry?
What is your client charged with?
It's a possession charge, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, as soon as she comes into the, well, actually her plea deadline date was June 16th. And
I
this
think I was out of, I think I was out of state, Your Honor, and anyway.
Okay. All right, she had a plea deadline date in April as well. But when she comes in, I'll give you a short reset on a plea deadline date.
Okay, that'll work, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nefertali Rodriguez?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, what is happening with Elizabeth Gaskin?
Judge, I have not had contact. I don't believe she's here today, Judge, unfortunately. I've made contact with both her mother and father who live in northern Texas, but they have not had contact with her either.
Okay, well, actually, the court had already issued a bond forfeiture and remanded her without bond in June. And then July 13th, you were to come in today, file a motion to asking to reinstate the bond.
That's correct, Judge.
I mean, but your client's not here.
No, Judge, she had made statements to the court that she had already been approved for a bed at Haven for Hope, and that was the information I received, and so that was all part of the agreement for her release in July, pending her bed at Haven and I have not had contact with her since. I know she has my contact, and I know that she knows of the court date, Judge.
Right, so has a bond forfeiture already been issued? Could someone check to see if there's a bond forfeiture on this case?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, it looks like she's on a PR bond
Oh,
on July 13th.
okay. All right, we're gonna go on the record. The court is calling 2021 CR 4146 State of Texas versus Elizabeth Ann Gaskin. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
Neftali Rodriguez for Elizabeth Gaskin.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Judge.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 1:30. It's now 2:39 p.m. Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
I have not, Judge.
All right, and for the record, she's not on the Zoom screen. Deputy Laura, Deputy Mejia, has there been Elizabeth Gaskin in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor, she has not.
All right, the court is going to issue a judge's warrant. And remand your client without bond. If you have any contact with your client, let the court know, and the court will note for the record that a bond forfeiture and a remand without bond was issued on June 1st. And here we are again. So I'm going to issue a judge's warrant and remand her without bond.
Yes,
If
Judge.
there's nothing else, you are excused. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Judge. You have a great day.
All right, you too. All right, Mr. Gilkey, are you waiting on paperwork? What are we doing with your case?
We have a plea bargain agreement to enter.
Okay, as soon as the court receives the paperwork, then I'll take that matter up. Oscar Salinas?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, where are we on the paperwork with Mr. Gilkey's client?
I've already completed and sent it.
All right, so Mr. Gilkey, have you signed the paperwork?
Yes, we completed and sent it back. I thought it was all done, and when I came in the courtroom, your bailiff pointed out to me that there was some lacking.
Yes, because for some reason I haven't received any paperwork.
Let me check, Judge.
Brenda, this is what happens when you have to deliver babies at your home unexpectedly.
So I show the discovery log is complete. The only thing what's in progress is the plea paperwork, and that's with the clerk 187A right now. I can send a reminder.
All right, to the clerks in the back, could you please do the paperwork on Mr. Gilkey's client?
Yes, Judge.
And they may be under the impression they have to email it to them or something, Judge.
Okay, all right, thank you. Mr. Gramsci.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, what is happening with your client?
Well, we got they uploaded some new discovery yesterday. It's probably 60 pages, and I'm getting some additional discovery. I should be getting it probably next week, because this weekend I'm leaving to go to New Orleans to take my daughter back to school. So I'll probably get it next week.
You know, I'm from Louisiana. Is that how you pronounce New Orleans?
I don't know. I'm not good at it.
Is it New Orleans?
Well, some people do. I'm originally from Wisconsin. I call it New Orleans.
Brenda, I say that, and then I'm having trouble with double L's.
Anyways, there is this case, I think it'd be fair to say there's some issues on both sides of this dispute. And there's a civil hearing on a divorce on September 27th. If we could do is get it set a few days beyond that, and we'll know something that's going on in that as well.
Which one are you looking at, Josh? Which one? Norman, could I have a reset date on Fernandez Graham? If you could set that after the 27th, please.
The 27th of this month or September?
Next month.
Yes, give me 1 second. I can do the 5th of October.
Could we do October 6th?
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, we will see you October 6th.
Okay, thank you.
Happy trip to New Orleans.
Thank you.
That's how we're pronouncing it now.
Okay.
Have
Bye-bye.
fun in New Orleans.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Norma, I received your chat. Is that an update from the text message you sent me?
Yes.
Okay.
He's being logged in just a second, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Grancy, if you don't have anyone else with us, you can log out, or if
Yes,
you just
thank
want
you.
to be in 187, because it's
Thank
a
you,
great
Judge.
court, you can stay.
We'll see you later. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Brett, I'm taking that as a no. All right, I've just signed the paperwork on Mr. Ruiz. So the clerk should be out in a moment to swear you in. It's remaining in the breakout rooms. Norma, can you see where Roger Pettis is?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And Mr. DeWiggins, they're bringing your guy out shortly.
Thank you, Judge.
And Norma, we also need Eduardo Jimenez and Karen Corby.
Yes, I want to put something in the chat.
All right, thank you. All right, Michael Latimer.
Yes, Your Honor, we have an agreement on Darlene Garcia. 3 years TDC.
If you'll put that in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson so she can get the paperwork.
Okay, yeah, I was just writing that here. Okay.
Thank you. And to the clerks in the back, I've signed the paperwork on Ruiz, so whenever you're ready to swear him in, please.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Rebecca, on Karen Corby's case, that contested hearing is being moved to 8/24,
I'm sorry, what date?
August 24th.
Thank you. Judge, can that officer be dismissed for that case? Officer Quiroz?
Yes, she'll need to be, I think the state would want her here. Whatever the previous witnesses were, the same witnesses will be needed, because my understanding, it's still a contested hearing. It's just being moved to August 24th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you,
I don't
Judge.
know, did someone from the state need to speak with the officer before she leaves? It's on Max Sanchez.
Hear her real quick, if you don't mind.
Yes. I'll send you to breakout room number 1. And then you can be excused from that room, officer. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and Joe Ray, has anyone spoken with Joanne Ethel in number 11?
Judge, I went there and she was in the middle of another hearing, so she said to check back later.
All right.
And I'm back conferring with Lorraine Efron. We discussed the trial date. We just need to speak
All
to
right,
her.
just 1 second. Sorry. I don't know what's happening with my screen. All right, Mr. Longoria, speak up. Longoria? Mr. Longoria? All right, so we need an evaluation on him, Norma.
Okay.
All right, deputies, thanks for bringing Mr. Longoria back. I see that we'll need an evaluation on Mr. Longoria.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm sorry you had to bring him back, but I wanted to be sure because his attorney has not had a chance to speak with him at all because there's always an issue. If possible, Mr. DeWiggins, do you need to speak with him at all or no?
Yes, if I can, Your Honor, yes.
All right, officer, if you could go to breakout room number 1 for me, please. And then once his attorney talks to him, you can take him back.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. And Mr. DeWiggins, what breakout room were you in?
I was in 3.
Yes, I'm gonna send you to number 1. And if you could, I'm sorry, if you would make it, expedite your conversations with him because there's some issues at the jail.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. And Norma, on Mr. Longoria, can you do an expedited evaluation?
Yes, Judge, on both psych and comp, correct?
Just do the competency.
Okay, Judge.
And how far out did you want to reset that, Norma?
I can do the 30 days. Judge, I can do the 22nd.
All right, thank you. I'll put it on the 22nd then. All right, sorry, who's in the courtroom?
Jessica Gonzalez.
Oh, yes. Who do you have with us?
No, I just wanted to see if you would sign an inspection.
Oh,
So,
if you will.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm completely off topic. Sorry. It's on an acquittal out of County Court 4.
No problem.
And the order of acquittal is attached to the last page.
All right, thank you. There you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of your
You
day.
too.
Lorraine Efron, you're back.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just 1 second. Mr. DeWiggins,
Yes, Judge.
Norma's going to do an expedited request for an evaluation, and we're coming back on September 22nd just to see where he is. But I don't think it's conducive for us to have him ordered over if the site has not been completed.
I agree. So I'll get with Norma to see if I've gone to Carruthers yet at that point.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Lorraine Efron?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, on your case.
Yeah, Mr. Garcia and I conferred on a trial date and I looked at my calendar. November 16th looks like it would work if that's an available date.
All right, Norma, is that an available date, November 16th?
Give me 1 second, Judge.
Okay.
16? No, Judge, it will be November 17th.
All right, it's
Okay. That will work.
Okay, who keeps messing with the, oh my gosh. No one touch anything. I don't know why that keeps happening. We'll figure out
And
that.
that's 9 a.m., Judge, I assume?
Yes, we're gonna go on the record.
Okay.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 1024 State of Texas versus Edna Villalava. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Joe Ray Garcia.
for the defense?
Lorraine Efron?
All right. Oh, thank you. We're proceeding by video. Any objection, state?
No, Your Honor.
Any
No, Your
objection?
Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
I mean, I'm in possession of all the discovery that I think I have signed a discovery index. And I'm feel confident in what I have signed.
All right, this court is not in receipt of a discovery acknowledgement form.
Oh.
So I'll need that discovery acknowledgement form by August 31st. Is that enough time, state?
Yes, Judge, I can send one over today.
Defense, have you received an offer on this case from the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Villalava, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes.
And are you asking for a jury trial or a bench trial?
It is a jury trial.
My understanding, state and defense, you've preferred over a date. Defense, any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, at this time, that looks like a good date.
State, any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No objection, Your Honor.
Ms. Villalava, do you have any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
Then your jury trial will take place if jurors are not still in suspension. Your jury trial will take place on November 17th. You'll need to be in the 187th District Court dressed for trial at 9 a.m. on November 17th. The courtroom is located at 300 De La Rosa. It's on the 4th floor of the courthouse. Do you understand?
Yes.
When is your jury trial date?
November 17, 9 a.m.
And where do you need to be?
300 De La Rosa,
And what courtroom?
187.
Thank you. All right, then with that, we'll close the record.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You and your client are excused.
Thank you.
All right, to the clerks, where are we on the paperwork on Ruiz?
Judge, I'm missing discovery and the consent and the certificate of appeal.
All right, so is
So I'm
anybody
just waiting
aware
for
that these items are missing?
Yes, I called Norma.
I just sent the discovery acknowledgement that's been signed by us.
Thank you.
All right, and then he needs the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Does anyone have that?
That's been sent over, Judge, to defense and to Norma.
And I'm looking for that right now, Judge. I did not see it before.
All right, thank you. Brenda, communication is key. People, I'm like, is everybody keeping secrets of paperwork they don't have? I don't know. Victoria?
The internet tells me that, well, yeah, the discovery.
Yes, Your Honor.
Reviewed and signed.
Yes. What is happening with your case?
We've received a final offer on this case that conforms to what the immigration attorney said he needed.
Yes.
And the state has done everything they can to meet those requirements. So I'm gonna send Mr. Orlando to his immigration attorney one more time with this final plea offer, and we should hopefully have a plea.
All right, Norma, can you, when does he anticipate seeing his immigration attorney?
We're gonna send him this week. I don't know how soon DeMott can get him in there, but maybe 2 or 3 weeks tops.
All right, Norma, can you reset Mr. Ramirez Armas for 2 weeks, please?
Yes, ma'am. I can do September 1st or 2nd.
I'll take the second, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll see you then. September 2nd will be your plea deadline date. The court will
Yes, Your
not
Honor.
extend any plea deadlines beyond that point.
Yes, Your Honor, understood.
All right, thank you. You and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Bye.
The email feedback loop tells me I have signed everything that was sent to me.
All right, so this is the way we can solve the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. There is a trial court certification form right in that box, and we can do it by hand,
The old fashioned.
the old fashioned way.
It should be in Norma's email, Judge.
That was it.
What, of all the things that could be empty, that's the one that's empty?
The old fashioned one. Are there more in the back? And I'll gladly go get it.
There should be.
Mr. Goki, it's in your email.
Doesn't say that. Unless it just got sent to it.
All right, he's saying he doesn't have it. Let me ask
Unless it
this.
just got sent.
Are there any other district courts on this floor that have trial court certifications?
I'll get some.
All right, let's make it happen.
I'll send you a reminder right now. I just sent you a reminder.
Yes.
I'll get you.
Did you receive it?
We're just gonna do it the old fashioned way.
This is a consent to appear by video conference, and we're not doing that, but I'll sign it anyway.
They're gonna do it old school, Judge?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Adolphe, what's happening with Christian Lewis?
We've got an agreement. I just need the client. He's in custody. Do we know if he's on the Zoom link yet or if he's in the meeting yet?
Is Christian Lewis in custody? Yes, he is. No, he's not on the Zoom screen. We'll find out where he is.
Judge, I sent you a chat. I sent you a chat in the very beginning. It should be on the very top.
All right, your client's not gonna be here. He's ill. What's the
He's sick.
reset name? Yes, he's ill, Mr. Adolphe.
If we could get him as soon as possible, because it's going to be a withdraw MTR and just put him on some extra programs.
Well, if they're just withdrawing the MTR, do we really need him here to withdraw the MTR?
Even though we are here.
Marcus wanted him to sign the amended conditions before we withdrew.
All right, Norma, what date can we give him?
Let's see. It has to be about 2 to 3 weeks, Judge.
All right, what date?
I can bring him back on the 7th, the earliest. See if even if he's available that day. Pardon?
We'll put him down for September 7th.
I'll be there, Judge. Maybe excused.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Why is everybody in a bad mood?
Do we have everything?
Did you give the paperwork? I took it back.
And if you want to step out in that little vestibule area so that the clerk can swear you in out there, please. Yes. Oh, awesome. Yes. Hey, how are you doing? Are we back? Okay. Meredith. Is Meredith here or in a breakout?
Yeah, I miss you, bro.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Meredith, on Christian Reyna. Is that the case where you were asking for the extra time?
No, Judge, it was Michael Cox.
All right, let me see where Mr. Robert Guyana is, because I don't see him in any of the breakout rooms. Ah, there he is. All right, could someone speak with Robert Guyana and Michael Zamora? They're in breakout room number 13. They both have Christian Reyna. And it's a criminal trial division. And I think there may be, I think it may be family violence as well, because there's also an assault of a pregnant person. So if family violence and criminal trial division can go to breakout room number 13, please. And Michael Zamora, if you can go back to number 13, please. Prosecutors are in there now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to take up the matter on Charles Ruiz. Oscar Salinas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just give me one moment.
I don't like to step on the stage. Oh, I got you.
I don't know why this keeps doing this. Why does this do this? Who knows? Yes, it's just doing crazy things. All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 1673, State of Texas versus Charles Roman Ruiz. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Oscar Salinas for the state of Texas.
for the defense?
Paul Guthrie representing Mr. Ruiz.
And are you Mr. Ruiz?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video, at least the state is by video. And we are also present in the courtroom. For the record, defense counsel and defense attorney are in the courtroom. However, any objections to us proceeding by video, Mr. Salinas?
No, Judge.
Defense, any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Ruiz, I'm showing you what's entitled defendant's consent to appear by video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Counsel, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ruiz, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am, we do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
The state is only proceeding on count one and waiving and abandoning the rest of the counts, Judge.
Any objections?
There is none.
Mr. Ruiz, I'm showing you what's entitled court's admonishments and defendant's waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
At all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand what you're charged with in count one is possession of child pornography? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargaining agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargaining agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargaining agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have the right to jury trial, the right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargaining agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargaining agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
That's my studied opinion, ma'am.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
That's my firm opinion, ma'am.
Mr. Ruiz, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargaining agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will show you what's entitled, well, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. The court will show you what's entitled plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargaining agreement, state is proceeding on count one. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 5 years in the prison, a $1,500 fine. There are no applications for community supervision or deferred adjudication. State will take in consideration the following cause number: 2021 CR 1674, 2021 CR 1675, 2021 CR 1676, 2021 CR 1677. And this agreement covers the offense of possession of child pornography and does not bar the state of Texas from charging other crimes if those crimes are discovered in subsequent. It cuts off at that point. What is that supposed to?
Oh, that Judge, my apologies. Yes, it cuts off. There were additional devices that were seized from this defendant's home.
No. My question is,
Oh.
It says, if those crimes are discovered in subsequent, what comes after the word subsequent?
Electronic downloads, it should say.
Is that correct, defense?
Yes, ma'am. If it reads, if it reads in subsequent electronic downloads, that is a correct statement in my understanding.
All right. Any objections to the court writing in electronic downloads?
Subsequent electronic downloads.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
All right. If you could initial that for me, please, counsel.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Ruiz, if you could initial that for me.
And just to explain myself, Judge, there were multiple devices that were taken from this defendant. Those devices and their extractions are still outstanding. Those downloads, if they were to yield other offenses as far as that are outside of possession of child pornography, this agreement would not bar the state of Texas from prosecuting this defendant for those additional offenses.
All right. Mr. Ruiz, did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, ma'am.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Next, I'm going to show you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, ma'am.
Then to count one in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Yes, Judge. State offers Wilson Marcus State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments as evidence.
Any objections?
No, ma'am. I reviewed them with the defendant and we do not object for the purpose of the plea.
Mr. Reeves, I'm going to show you a document. That document is entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same.
To assist the court, Judge, it's the file name that he's pled to, the count 1 as alleged in the indictment, is located on page 6 of the offense report, styled 1.4. I think it's, yeah, 1.4.
All right, after reviewing states Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
All right, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, he has no criminal history and he has never been suspected of anything even remotely like this. Came to a shock to his mother, to his family. And this is just an aberration, which I believe would never be repeated.
All right. But I'm reading the police report, and the police report I'm reading, this is not just one image.
Oh, it's correct. There's many images. That's not what I intended to convey.
Oh, definitely.
What I was intending to convey was this episode involving these images. This has been a shock, and this conduct will never occur again.
What were
That's
you
what I was
thinking?
referring to.
All right, thank you. What were you thinking, Mr. Reeves? Why are you downloading child porn?
I was an idiot, man. I'm not,
Well, there are a lot of people who are idiots.
Yeah.
And then
I
it's your
just-
definition of idiots.
I-
Like some people
bad
say
judgment.
book smart, some people say common sense. Some people say it's better to have common sense than book smarts. So obviously, idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're downloading electronic child porn, which means you have to be computer savvy. So I'm trying to figure out what were you thinking, because I'm reading in here from the report, these are 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds. So my question is, and 5-year-olds. So what were you thinking?
I don't know what I was thinking, yeah, to be honest.
All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further, ma'am.
All right, then the court will follow your agreement. The court will sentence you to a $1,500 fine, time and money run concurrent, 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, take in consideration 2021 1674, 2021 CR 1675, 2021 CR 1676, 2021 CR 1677. And there is no bar of state prosecution. Of crimes discovered in any subsequent electronic download.
And Judge, this is Oscar Salinas, I think a better phrase I should have put was device extraction, but that's
Well,
just for the record.
I understand that's in the record, but as
Sorry.
everyone knows in law school, the parole evidence rule, so it's the four corners of this document. So I'm just going by what your plea bargain states.
Ma'am, if I may, I believe the language should be clear that subsequent downloads will reveal other incidents of possession of child pornography. So I believe what Oscar is seeking to establish is, should it reveal an offense different from possession of child pornography that they have not yet discovered, that is not barred.
Correct.
Is that a correct statement?
Better said, yes, better said that way.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you at that. With that, we'll close the record.
You're in the custody of this man here. All of it.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. If there's nothing else, you're excused.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
My big excuse, ma'am.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, Joanne Ethel.
Judge, there is some discovery that appears to be missing that the prosecutor, Mr. Garcia, is planning on uploading today, I think.
All right, Norma on Valderas, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
Yes, ma'am. I can do the 21st as well, Judge.
All right, September 21st.
And Judge, could I confer with my client before I leave and then just leave from the breakout room with him?
You'll need to have him come back to the main room.
He's in the main room, Judge.
No. I said, once you confer with him, I'm gonna send him to breakout room number 11 where you are, but you need to have him come back to the main room.
Okay, but I can leave though, right, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Valderas, if you go to 11. Norma, I'm going to put something in the chat box to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Joe Ray,
Yeah, what's going on?
are you available to come into the breakout room? There's an unindicted family violence case on this Christian Reyna.
Yes, what room?
Let's see.
13. It's 13. It's getting very crowded in breakout room number 13.
I don't really know why that is, Judge, but it just kind of happened.
All right, and Michael Lattimore, I'm still waiting on your paperwork for your client.
Yes, I have not received any paperwork.
All right, just give us a moment. We're going to make sure you get that. Everyone, I'm going to take a 10-minute break.
The nightmare number is 59059. Assault and its second offense. Yeah. It has. Okay, welcome. I think they're online, right? Yeah, you can't put these out and see it. I keep on asking about that. No one else. Bother the folks about it. Oh, it's Latin law. TINER law at gmail.com. Latin law at gmail.com. Okay, no, thank you so much. Bye.
Is there anyone here that could put me in a breakout room with Meredith?
I can.
Mr. Latimer, did you get your paperwork?
I'm sorry. Yes, yes, I signed everything about 20, 30 minutes ago and should be on it, should be back already.
Did your client sign her paperwork as well?
I don't know.
Do you need to be put in a breakout room with her?
Yes, if she has it, I can go over it with her.
Okay, I'll put you in a breakout room.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Garcia, go to breakout room number 3.
Michael, do you want to confer again? Quickly? You and Robert?
Yes, yes, she's still waiting for the paperwork, and I'll go back.
Oh,
go back.
I'm sorry. I meant the other Michael.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Zamora.
We can confer real
Okay,
quick.
if you want to go back to, well, no, I'll put you in a different room because I think he's still in there.
Okay.
Hold on. Just to know where we stand. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see.
Norma, this is Roger Bettis. Are you there?
Hey, Roger, give me 1 second. Mr. Latimer, there's gonna be someone going to help Darlene.
She just told me she signed everything and it should be heading back to you. She signed the waiver, the appeal and the consent to proceed by video. So that should all be
Okay.
done.
I'll check that.
Okay, thank you.
Give me 1 second, Roger. Give me 1 second, Roger.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, we are back. Thank you so much for your patience. Jeb Locke, are you there? Jeb Locke.
I am, Your Honor. Haley Rainey did make it to the courtroom. Can you hear me, Judge? Can you
Yes,
make
she's
it
in
to
the
the courtroom?
Yes, so what are
Okay,
we
great.
doing with your case?
We have a resolution where, and then we have an agreement that there will be a dismissal.
Yeah, Jeb, I can speak to that. It sounds like you're breaking up a bit. Judge, we have an agreement. It's going to take her a couple weeks to come up with the restitution, but then once she does that, it'll be dismissed.
All right, so how much time are you all asking for?
I believe Jeb was asking for 3 weeks.
Correct. Thank you, Meredith.
All right, Norma, can I have a 3-week reset on Rainey, please?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. Let me look that up. Is it 3 weeks? I can call it back on, I can give her till the 17th of September, which is a Friday.
Okay.
That sounds perfect.
All right, Haley Rainey, your case is being recalled for September 17th. And there is to be no more inappropriate behavior on the Zoom. Do you understand? All right, we'll see you back on the 17th. You will be allowed to appear by Zoom, but if there are other problems by Zoom, your Zoom privileges are going to be suspended permanently. All right, do we need to give her a reset form? Norma, do we need to give her a reset form or no?
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to give you a reset form. And then to the clerks, I signed the paperwork on Garcia. Could I please have that paperwork?
Yes, Judge.
And Judge, I just sent you a chat.
Yes, I saw it. Trevino. The Trevino who's in custody.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, your attorney's in trial in another county, an in-person jury trial. He's in Bandera County. So we're going to recall this for August 23rd.
Okay, ma'am. Is there any way, because I know I've been here 90 days and I would like to speak to him. Is there any way that y'all can get a hold of him or a message saying that I would like to speak to him?
He's in a jury trial, sir.
Okay.
So that means that what that means is he is in a courtroom in Bandera County.
Oh, okay, I'm
And
sorry.
their jury trials have been suspended.
Okay.
Trying a case, and I'm assuming they are trying cases in person in Bandera. So he may be in the middle of cross-examining a witness as we speak. But we're going to come back on August 23rd, and we'll make sure that you have a chance to meet with your attorney, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Are the parties ready on Darlene Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Judge, this is Roger Pettis. If I could be sent to visit with the DA, and there was a conflict in the, or some information, and the reason I'm here late on a matter that was set for today at 1:30, and the reason I didn't jump on at 1:30 is that at 12:30 last night, I got an email that this matter was reset to September the 2nd. And then we confirmed with your court earlier today on that matter. So I hopefully I just want to know that we're always trying to be on time with your court, or every court, Your Honor.
Oh,
But
no,
if
I
I could-
appreciate, I appreciate that. I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, we're gonna go on the record on Garcia, and then we'll take up the other matters. All right, to the clerks in the back. I don't have the file on Garcia. So we cannot proceed on that.
Yes, sir.
The clerks, can I get the file on Garcia? It's 2019 CR 9873W.
Yes, Judge.
All right, on Christian Reyna.
Yes, Your Honor, if we could get a 30-day reset, we've been conveyed an offer. There's a couple of matters I need to check up on. 30 days or 3 weeks, whatever you deem appropriate, but we just asked for a reset at this time.
What is going to be happening with this case?
I'm fairly certain we're gonna be able to resolve it. The state's made a very fair recommendation, which we conveyed to our client. We haven't ironed out all the details yet, though.
All right, where's Mr. Reyna? Last I saw, he was on his balcony looking at the clouds.
He was instructed to come back to the main room.
All right, he's still in 13.
I can go in 13, tell him to log out of the breakout room.
Yes, if you could go to 13 and tell him to come to the main room, please.
Okay.
And Mr. Latimer, we're going to take up your case in just a moment.
That's fine. Thank you.
All right, is there a prosecutor ready on Darlene Garcia? It's criminal trial division.
Joe Ray, Judge, this is a new family violence case.
All right, Michael Latimer.
Yes.
All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 9873W, State of Texas versus Darlene Garcia. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia.
For the defense?
For the defendant.
And are you Miss Garcia?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No.
Ms. Garcia, I'm going to show you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. State's motion to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation. State's motion to supplement pending motion and enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation. Another state's motion to supplement pending motion and enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation. And another state's motion to supplement pending motion and enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Darlene Amberlyn Garcia who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2019 CR 9873W for the offense of tampering with evidence or intent to impair on October 21st, 2019 for a period of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
On the motion to enter adjudication of guilt, violated condition number 1 on or about the 14th day of March 2020 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Darlene Amberlyn Garcia, committed the offense of assault in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Not true.
State waives the
Are you
remaining
pleading
conditions.
true or not true? Ms.
I'm sorry.
Garcia, are
I'm
you
sorry.
to violation of condition number 1? Did you hear it?
No, ma'am, you were actually breaking up.
All right. Mr. Garcia, if you could reread that, please.
Yes, Judge. Violated condition number 1. On or about the 14th day of March 2020 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Darlene Amberlyn Garcia, committed the offense of assault in violation of condition number 1.
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
The state waives the remaining conditions, Your Honor.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No objection.
Ms. Garcia, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1, Ms. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The agreement is for revocation, adjudication, a sentence term of 3 years TDC. We are also taking into consideration cause number 2020 CR 6563 and cause number 2020 CR 5942.
Is that the agreement?
It is with the additional TIC case out of County Court 15, a criminal mischief charge, and that this case will run concurrently with an NPR in County Court 13.
All right, so which County Court 15 cause number, is that the 635533?
Yes, that's the criminal mischief case, which will be TIC.
State, is that correct?
We discussed once he pled to the misdemeanor MTR, but that's fine, Judge. That's 6. That's fine. Yes.
And what is the County Court? It's County Court 13 cause number 612622?
Yeah. Will be revoked on that MTR.
All right, Ms. Garcia, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then the court will follow your agreement. The court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. Grant the motion, not grant you community supervision, find you guilty, sentence you to 3 years in the prison. Take in consideration 2020 CR 6563, 2020 CR 5942, County Court cause number 635535, and this is to run concurrent with County Court cause number 612622. Give you credit for any time served. And just one moment. Has the restitution been paid in this case?
As far as I know, Your Honor, I've never seen anything in the reports regarding the restitution on the criminal mischief.
No, I mean on the case that she's on deferred adjudication for. There's a $57. That's a $57 restitution for drug testing.
She's on a tampering with evidence case.
Judge, she only paid $2.59 on that. So there's a balance of $56.98.
All right, restitution of $56.98 to SAPD for drug testing. Defense, I don't know if you were the person who took the plea bargain agreement, but in her original case, the state took in consideration a drug case.
Oh, I see.
And added the restitution.
That would make sense. Okay. And I wanted to correct, unless I'm wrong, in regards to the county court case, that's TIC out of County Court 15, case number is 635533. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. All right, and the court is also going to order the $56.98 to San Antonio Police Department for drug testing. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
If she could get credit for time served, Your Honor.
Yes, I stated that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure, no problem. Ms. Garcia, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed the plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And also because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Garcia, good luck to you. We can go off the record. Ms. Garcia, you have some decisions to make in your life. Those decisions are either you want to follow the straight and narrow, or either you're going to end up back and forth, in and out of prison and in and out of jail. If there's a drug problem that you have, there are free services throughout Bexar County. If there's an anger management problem you have, there are free services throughout Bexar County. Do not be the person who is at the prison, and when someone new comes in, they say, how's this run? And they say, oh, ask Garcia. We call her grandmother Garcia because she's been here the longest. So change, okay? Know better, do better.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Remember, can you let them know that L18 can go back? All right, so on Christian Reyna.
He is present now, Your Honor.
Yes, and how much time were you asking for?
Between 3 weeks, 30 days.
Not 30 days, because we've been here on this case since 2020. So I'm going to give him 3 weeks. After that, the court is not extending any further plea deadline dates. That will be it.
Okay.
Ms. Ferguson, what's the date?
I'm sorry, Judge, I was on the phone with the jail. You were asking for how much time, Judge, you said?
3-week reset on Christian Reyna.
Okay, give me 1 second. We can come back on the 7th, September 7th.
All right, we'll be back on September 7th. Mr. Reyna.
Your Honor, that day's kind of full for me. Can we do it the 8th?
All right, Norma, is the 8th available?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Reyna, we're going to come back on September 8th. The court will not
Yes, Your Honor.
accept any plea bargain agreements after that date. Do you
Yes, ma'am.
understand? After that date, the
do.
court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. All right, if there's
Thank you.
nothing else, you're welcome. If there's nothing else, you are all excused.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Norma, what is happening with Eduardo Jimenez's guy, Jesse Gonzalez?
I'm still trying to get a hold of Mr. Jimenez, Judge. Judge, he's gonna be zooming in right now. Can you hear me?
And Norma, what date did we give Joan Eccles client, Valderas?
The 21st.
All right, thank you.
Jessica, are you still there to go into a breakout room? Jessica Leva?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with me, real. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Hello. Yes, what is happening? We're here for a contested motion to revoke on your case.
Yes, the
I speak to the prosecutor, and she and I agreed that we wouldn't need a contested motion.
Well, I need you to, yeah, we have
so-
a potential agreement, Judge, but I need you to talk to your client first, just to make sure.
Yes. Okay. Let me go in the breakout room with my client. That's correct.
All right, I'm sending you to number 3.
Judge, may I speak briefly with the prosecutor, please? With Meredith?
Yes. I'll send you to breakout room number 1.
Thank you. Okay, Judge, I just need one more chance to talk to my client, and I think we can wrap this up. Jesse Gonzalez.
All right, I'll send you to number 3.
All right.
Norman, do you have an update on the evaluation for Therese Hilliard-Smith?
I just sent you a chat, Judge.
All right, thank you. Hello, Miss Hendricks. All right, have a seat. Thank you for coming in. Mr. Acevedo, Joseph Acevedo. There's an empty chair. But it's still Tuesday. Hi, Joseph. Joseph, your client is here. What are we doing with her case?
Judge, may I have and first of all, I'd like to apologize for her behavior. I have discussed it with her and explained to her that, as the judge stated, you're in court and that's how you have to conduct yourself. She understands. Judge, may I have a plea deadline of 2 weeks? I have visited with the ADA. I will get her in my office and go over it with her, and we should have a resolution.
All right, thank you. Norma, on Regina Hendricks, can I get a 2-week plea deadline date, please?
Yes, ma'am. I can do. They can come back on September 1st or 2nd, Judge.
2nd.
Which date, Mr. Acevedo, 2nd or 1st?
2nd, Your Honor.
All right.
And
yes.
No, nothing at 9 a.m., Your Honor.
Yes, 9 a.m.
Okay.
Ms. Hendricks, we're going to be back in court on September 2nd at 9 a.m. You will be allowed to Zoom, but if there are any violations of Zoom, your Zoom privileges are going to be permanently revoked, okay?
Yes, ma'am. And I'm sorry for that. I really wasn't doing anything. I was just messing with my phone. I apologize for that.
All right. All right, can you give her a reset form? Thank you. All right, Mr. Acevedo, if you don't have anyone else with you, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and Eduardo Jimenez.
Yes, Judge. We're ready on the MTR. I think we would need the, what is it, the waiver of the on the video conference, and then the cert of appeal, yeah.
All right, Ms. Ferguson will send that to you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Eduardo, I'm going to send you a chat real quick just to clarify something.
I said, yes, ma'am. Got it.
Eduardo, is it on both cases or just one?
Can you hear that? Did you hear Norma's question?
It's for both cases, Norma.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Meredith, I already did paperwork for one case if you want to put it a while ago in a breakout room with this client.
Okay.
I'm doing the other one right now.
Eduardo, it looks like you're already assigned to that room where your client is. If you can go back in there to do paperwork.
He's not even here.
I don't think they go away from my email, right? Once I like. Eduardo, if you can go back to the breakout room with your client to go over the paperwork.
Yes, sure. Is it 3?
Yeah.
Norma? Norma, this is Roger Pettis. You have a second?
Yes, what's going on?
Yeah, on the Tyrese Hilliard Smith, I think we're 98% sure we have an agreement. So I just, Norma, to give me a date in the next 2 weeks for us to arrange a plea.
Okay, on Hilliard, please.
Judge, in the computer system, it's set for September 2nd.
All right, September 2nd, is that okay for you, Mr. Pettis?
That sounds fine. We'll make that happen, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Before you excuse, did you receive the evaluation?
Yes, we have.
All right, thank you. Yes, you're excused.
And Roger, if you can give me your client's email address and stuff, I can work on the stuff early if you can get that for
Will
me.
do. Will do. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Yes, Eduardo?
Judge, we're ready on, with all the paperwork on Jesse Jason Gonzalez.
All right, as soon as I receive it, I'll sign it and we will take up your case.
Wonderful, okay.
All right, beautiful people, see you tomorrow. I'll be at the door.
Bye.
Happy joy. Which door? It's a secret from Lupe. 'Cause I see him everywhere.
Bye, be safe, have a good one.
Drop the shoelaces.
All right, so Jesse Gonzalez is our last case. So have you received the paperwork and has your client signed it?
Judge, it says that the paperwork's in your email. Do you want me to override you and have it printed out?
All right, I'm printing it out now.
Okay.
All right, to the clerks in the black, if you'll bring me the paperwork and Mr. Jimenez, are you ready?
I am ready, Judge. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, the court is going to call 2019 CR 9517 and 2020 CR 6198, State of Texas versus Jesse Jason Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
For the defense?
Eduardo Jimenez.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Judge.
Mr. Gonzalez, did you receive a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video Conference in each of these cause numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in each of the cause numbers, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. In each of the cause numbers, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter. I'm sorry. In cause number 2020 CR 6198, I'm going to show you a document entitled Motion to Enter, Deferred Adjudication, and Revoke Community Supervision. And in 2019 CR 9517, I'm going to show you a document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review those documents with your attorney and did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And cause number 2020 CR 6198, are you the same Jesse Jason Gonzalez who was placed on deferred adjudication for the offense of felon in possession of a firearm on July 8, 2020 for a period of 5 years?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you the same Jesse Jason Gonzalez who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 9517 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, less than 1 gram, on October 29, 2019 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the same allegation in each motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the state reading one allegation and that allegation being for each motion?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state.
In violation of condition number 2, on or about the 5th day of February 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Jesse Jason Gonzalez, did then and there illegally use marijuana in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead, is that true or not true?
Yes, that's true.
And is that true in each allegation? I'm sorry, in each motion?
Yes.
All right, state.
And then in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Jesse Jason Gonzalez, did then and there illegally use marijuana the week of August 17th, 2020 per drug patch collection in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead, is that true or not true?
Not true.
Jesse, we discussed that to move forward with this, the use of marijuana was something that you were going to admit to. Have you changed your mind?
No, I haven't. But that one's not true.
All right, state.
Your Honor, we're going to waive the other violations. He pled true to one of the number 2s.
All right, any objection to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2 and cause number 2019 CR 957, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility? And did you understand by pleading true to cause number 2020 CR 6198 to a violation of condition number 2, the court could find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that in each of these cause numbers, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in each of the cause numbers, the court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
Your Honor, we have a partial agreement. We are agreed as to, we're asking this court to deny the motion and continue him on with his community supervision in both cases. Where we are unagreed is the state is asking for inpatient treatment, specifically SafeP special needs, because we believe there's both a substance abuse problem as well as a mental health problem. And I believe defense is asking for outpatient. I'll let him speak to that. We, as part of this agreement, we are taking it into consideration and dismissing the 2 new cases, County Court Case 657669 and 657670.
All right, defense.
Yes, Your Honor. That's all the terms of the partial agreement as expressed by Meredith are correct and true. We do have that agreement as we speak. It's just that my client is requesting any form of outpatient treatment that the court might deem adequate. He's would prefer outpatient treatment.
All right, why should I give him outpatient treatment? Mr. Gonzalez, can you raise your right hand for me? You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you need to unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Here's my question for you in each of these cases. In 2020 CR 6198, you knew that I could potentially send you to prison for 10 years, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And yet you still use marijuana.
Yes, ma'am.
And in cause number 2019 CR 9517, you knew that I could send you to the state jail facility for 2 years, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And yet you still use marijuana.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't understand why you think that you're deserving or that you should be given outpatient treatment, because technically you have been given a form of outpatient treatment. You've just been violating it by continuing to use marijuana.
Well, I haven't gotten like outpatient, like going to classes and stuff. I just been at home on monitor and stuff, and that's really nothing that can help me out. I need to go to like classes like every week or every.
So you're at home on monitor. So you're saying you were not allowed to leave the house?
Yes, ma'am. I was on partial monitor. I can only go to
I'm
work.
not partial, so you can go to work. So are you growing marijuana in your house? And that's a
No.
rhetorical question. Don't answer that. So obviously what that means is either you're using marijuana in your house, or either you have friends who are bringing marijuana over, or either on your way to and from work, you're using marijuana.
Yes.
Marijuana use can only it has to happen, right? If you're testing positive. So
Yes,
either
ma'am.
it's happening in your house. And who lives in the house with you?
My father.
All right, and I know that I told you, because I tell all young people this, when you're living at your parents' house, you need to follow their rules. And I know your father is not going to be in agreement to using marijuana in his house. So either you were disrespecting your father's house and using marijuana in his house when he was there or not there, or either on your way to work, you stopped to pick up some marijuana and you used before you got to work, or you used after you got off of work. And see, here's my quandary with you. You know that you can go to prison for 10 years. And instead of saying marijuana is not worth 10 years, you're like, yeah, I'll do some marijuana.
It's not worth my freedom.
You knew you could go to state jail facility for 2 years if you were using marijuana. Because I know I tell everyone, you are not allowed to drink alcohol or use marijuana. And what I usually say is, you're not allowed to drink alcohol, even though it's legal. You're not allowed to use marijuana, even though other states may say it's legal. It's not legal here. And I tell everyone that. And I especially tell young people, everything you do from here on out, whatever their length of potential jeopardy is, I tell them. So I would have told you, everything you do from here on out, you need to ask yourself, is this something that can result in me going to prison for 10 years? And either you followed my instructions and did that, or you did not. If you did, you knew you could go to prison for 10 years for smoking marijuana. Now we're quibbling over what type of treatment you think you should be allowed to do. What I discovered is people who are in the throes of their addiction, using marijuana, using drugs, you can't write your own program. It's like me going to see a doctor and I have chest pains and I'm trying to tell them, this is how you're going to solve my chest pains, and this is the test you need to run, because you're not in the right frame of mind. And you know how I know you're not in the right frame of mind? Because you could go to prison for 10 years and you still chose marijuana. Is there anything else, Mr. Jimenez?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. In each case, I'm going to deny the motion. I'll do a referral to felony drug court in each case. You're to remain in custody until that referral. If felony drug court doesn't accept him, we'll try Sapd. And if Sapd doesn't accept him, then we'll have to have another setting in court so I can figure out what is available.
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. So guess what? From here on out, again, I'm telling you this again. Everything you do, you need to ask yourself, is this a decision that could potentially send me to prison for 10 years or either 2 years in the state jail facility? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
I don't think anyone wants to be at the prison and people say, why you're here for in prison? Oh, I received probation. Yeah, what happened? I can stop using marijuana. I'm going to send you to a breakout room with probation. Probations are going to go over conditions with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
You're welcome. With that, we're going to close the record. And probation, I will send you to breakout room number 1. Mr. Gonzalez, I'll send you to 1. And Mr. Jimenez, I'll send you to 1. And we're going to stop live stream. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 9 a.m.
All right, take care, everybody.
Bye.
See you, Judge. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Judge, can Ms. Leyva